Okay, so what I learned from the last video is you can run and then, like any other Windows, browse your drives here. So really what we're looking for, of course, is Star Trek, which should be in here somewhere, installed to our C drive. Let's see. Go back up to just C. Star Trek. All right. Let's go ahead and run some Star Trek. Now, I don't have any speakers connected. The only extra speakers I actually had are, unfortunately, USB powered, which, of course, this system does not have. You can see I've got a really nice display here, Windows 3.1. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. This, of course, is a game based on the original Star Trek series. The nice thing is it's using, obviously using our RAM, we're using the processor, the control unit, and of course the Oak Technologies display. So we should have a pretty solid representation of, the temp on this. So this is copyright 92, again, based on the original series, not Next Generation. Made for the 25th anniversary of Star Trek. So if you folks are interested, this is a game by Interplay. I'm sure there are downloads online that you can get. Otherwise, highly recommend if you can find original. Always play original. But let's go ahead and get to the game here, play around, and see what we can see. Demon World. I don't remember that from the original series, but check out these graphics this is a DOS game, so for Windows 3.1, this is pretty great. We've got mouse interface. Okay. Weapon set to minimal, so here we go. Captain Patterson reports, Republic is in position, ready to begin, Captain. So this must be a War Games. Now here's the fun part. I actually don't know how to play the game here. Okay. Message incoming from Starfleet on screen. Wow, look at that. Now, bear in mind, this game, by modern standards, isn't all that impressive, of course. But, this is pretty legit graphics. I remember playing in the 95, 98 era of Windows. So to run this on 3.1 on, this Oak Technologies chipset, I'm going to guess is maybe at most a 1 megabyte display system, is pretty impressive. So, that being said, not knowing actually how to play this game probably presents a unique challenge. So let's see. Arming weapons. Oh, okay. So you press the W key to arm weapons. Can't shoot a planet, I suppose. Disarming weapons. Okay. Target analysis on is the A button. Shields is the S button. Okay, you hit the D button and you get the whole click-through menu. You get shields, phasers, photon torpedoes, main deflector, repairs, all sorts of interesting stuff. So this is a really interesting game. I'd love to hear in the comments if anybody's played Star Trek, what they think of this game for ye old Windows and or MS-DOS. Now that we've had a chance to kind of stress the system a bit, let's get some temp readings. So we're going to use the controls. Sound card, of course, we don't have any speakers, but we're running at a max 91, sitting at 85. Our Oak Technologies display chipset, 91.4. Now the heatsink will measure first here, sitting at a 82. 80 degrees on the CPU. So under the install of Star Trek, we're up near 100. On the Opti chip, we've got an 82 on the heatsinks and around an 81, 82 on the chip itself. Now the other Opti chip only has 2 heatsinks on it. And that one is running at an 81. Hard drive, which was running just as hot before, 82. So even with just the fan in here, it's cooling quite a bit of this board really effectively. Our memory sitting at 80 degrees. Even the ones in the middle are 81. Now we are open to the air right now, not enclosed in a case. So I do still think it would probably benefit the system to have another fan rigged up in here somehow. Again, honestly, just to keep this thing running steady and smooth. But if we look at the disk drive over here, the 5 1/4 is 89 degrees right now up top, and that one's, it's not even doing anything. But 81 in the power supply, so really quite happy with everything here. I like the cooling system. Unfortunately, there's not really a better way to rig this other than with some zip ties. So we'll probably end up having to zip tie another fan in here somehow. But I do think it would make sense to cool off our display chipset at least a little. Yeah, that's running at about a 95 right now. So definitely has helped putting the heat sink on there. Let's just take another quick reading. I'm just curious. Yeah, it's still sitting at a real steady 80 degrees. Maybe even less than that on operating temp, 78 on the chip right now. That's just fantastic. Really pleased with that. Really pleased with this set. I mean, everything's working great. These are nice and lightweight. This is very inexpensive. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a recommendation. And we'll go ahead and add our cooling over to the other side. And I think we're going to call this one a wrap on the Packard Bell Legend. Very happy to add this one to my collection.